His trip to New York was unforgettable. He trips before he faces trips. And he was lucky not to take a trip to the hospital. I'm Iain Chambers, and this is your WrestleZone Round Up. What a week it's been for wrestling fans. We've had a WrestleMania, a Raw after WrestleMania, a SmackDown after WrestleMania. So many huge things have happened in the past week. Too many newsworthy things to remember that I've decided to put together a list of my top 10 moments from the past week. Now, if you agree or disagree with anything I say, feel free to have a pop at me on Twitter. It's fine, I can take it. @It's Iain Chambers. Let's kick things off with number 10. Now, 7 titles changed hands at WrestleMania, so could we possibly have expected any more to change hands on SmackDown this week? Ah, yes! The Hardy Boys became 8-time WWE champions after beating the Usos. Matt was quick to tweet this awesome trio of picks with the caption, "Every April." That's because he wins gold at this time of the year very, very regularly. In April 2000, he won the Hardcore title. In 2001, he captured the European title. In 2007, it was the World Tag titles. In 2008, it was the US title. And then when he returned in 2017, he won the Raw Tag titles and then did the exact same thing in April the following year. It's a good month for the deleter. Number 9. Now, I love Dave Bautista. Love him as a wrestler, and I absolutely love him on the big screen too. So I think I was the only one at my WrestleMania party who didn't laugh when he stumbled on his way into the ring to face Triple H. After heading up the steel steps, he popped his left leg through the ropes first, but he got caught and he ended up on all fours like an animal. Luckily though, it wasn't the main talking point from the match. Number 8. The best 5-star frog splash we've seen at a WrestleMania in years. This video popped up on my Twitter feed earlier this week and had me in absolute stitches. I was 100% expecting a disaster when I saw this geezer stood on the edge of his pickup truck. I thought it was going to end in tears. But as much as I hate to say it, this is actually pretty good form. Number 7. Now, Randy Orton got his lights knocked out by AJ Styles at WrestleMania, but he'd have loved to have knocked that building's lights out. This gigantic, blinding yellow light made it hard for a massive chunk of the fans to see what was going on during their match. And he tweeted afterwards, "I would like to apologise on behalf of WWE for screwing up and shining a bright light in your eyes for 95% of our match. You missed a really great match." I reckon the light technician has spent the last 4 days hiding and waiting for a surprise RKO. Number 6. The night after WrestleMania is always full of surprises, big returns and all that sort of stuff. But after all the talk surrounding The Undertaker's future and his complete lack of involvement with WrestleMania, not many of us was expecting the dead man to show up on Raw. But he did, and he looks leaner and healthier than he has in recent years. In fact, he posted this pic to Instagram with the caption, "Only those who risk going too far can possibly find out how far one can go." Do you want to see the Taker risk it and see how far he can go? And if so, who do you want him to face? Give me a tweet @It's Iain Chambers. Number 5. Now, one of my favourite moments of the week that was when a rock star earned a UFC megastar. Chris Jericho knows his facts when it comes to title reigns, and he wasn't going to let a former featherweight and lightweight UFC champ tweet out some misinformation. Conor McGregor tweeted to congratulate Becky Lynch on becoming WWE's first champ. But a fan was quick to remind him of Jericho's 2001 Undisputed Championship win at Vengeance, where he beat both The Rock and Steve Austin to win a WCW World Heavyweight Championship and WWE Championship in the same night. McGregor did try to claw it back and argue his case, but then the AEW star cleared the air of any confusion, called him a mark, and sent him on his way. But I get the impression that Conor is gunning for a job in WWE. Number 4, one word: thugonomics. Number 3, another huge moment from the week that was, saw Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns pay tribute to their Shield brother Dean Ambrose, who's packing his bags for pastures new. He also said a few words himself after all went off the air this week, thanking his boys and the fans. So what's next for Ambrose? Let us know in the comments below. Number 2, going into WrestleMania, loads of people were saying surely they won't let everyone we want to win. But they did. Well, most of them did anyway. Not only did Seth Rollins slay the Beast and bring the Raw title back home, but Becky Lynch became the women's champ, pinning Ronda Rousey in the process. You can see 2 really cool articles on the WrestleZone website analysing both Becky and Seth's potential next opponents. Go and check them out. Number 1, one of the biggest moments of the week was arguably one of the biggest moments in wrestling in years. After all of the drama, the trials and tribulation, Kofi Kingston is now your WWE champion. A victory that meant a lot more than just wrestling for many WWE superstars and fans across the globe. And that is it for this episode of your WrestleZone Round Up. See you next week.